Welcome. We are doing a Father's Day special today.
Yes.
We've got two lovely guests coming on, and we thought we'd just do our little catch up first and then get them in and meet them. So, what have you been up to?
Hybrid games.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wowza. My legs are still hurting.
It was hot.
It was hot.
In more ways than one.
So, the hybrid games, me and Jimmy done our first comp together.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
First hybrid games ever.
First hybrid games, first comp together.
Yeah.
After 4 years of promising each other sweet nothings.
Just missing each other, weren't we?
Yeah. I feel like you were missing, I was missing you because you've had so many events booked.
Yeah.
But we did it.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
We got sub-hour.
Really good time. Yeah, 55.
We got a very good time.
Yes.
You're not happy.
No, I just think we could have podiumed with a bit of a better strategy, but we gave it our all.
We did. It was the first one. Do you know what? Let's talk about that strategy. Go on. Go on.
I don't know. I felt exhausted from start to finish. I felt like I couldn't give any more, but I couldn't
Get your breath.
Yeah, to even talk about it. Like to get like, obviously we had a strategy because we'd done it in a sim.
You said the same though on that
yeah,
though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which I think means it's just a different race for what you're used to.
Yeah.
Whereas, like I said then, I feel like that played to my strengths.
Yeah.
But we haven't like spoke since, but I was gassed as well. Like, I felt like I recovered on the runs, but the stations I really struggled on.
Yeah.
Weirdly, because for me, it's normally the other way around. I struggle on the run, and the station I sort of get better on.
Yeah. I think my great, because obviously you said I had a cop on the day.
I did. When we come off, I was like to Amy, I don't think Jimmy's me mate.
I think if I was to have a problem, it probably was. I was thinking, how are you running that fast? If you're giving it me all on the stations? And then that was the only thing. But obviously we were both giving it our all. And obviously obviously if I was finishing, you were off, and then I was chasing, which was the plan originally.
Yeah.
But then you were proper off, and I was like, at one stage, I'm not gonna lie, I turned round to look. I haven't even told you this, have I?
No.
I turned round, thought you'd gone in, on the in.
Yeah.
And I was like, you wasn't there, and I was panicking, and then I seen you luckily just on the corner.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, there she is, and then I went. I was like, she's gone in too early, because you were off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
do you know what though? I think that's different though for you. I'm used to that now. But I think because you...
Yeah, I've never experienced that before.
I think with training with lads, men and men, you're very like together.
Yeah.
Whereas
well, me and Adam, we go shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. Whereas I'd say probably my majority of comps now have been lads, haven't they?
Yeah.
And that's like the last few times, it ends up working. When I've done
you
it the other way...
Up, like.
It's not me, mate.
You asked me to be honest.
No, it's good to know though, isn't it? But I feel like when me and Mike did it the other way, and like I finished some of the stations and I was gone. Like I was useless. It's I think I've just got better at the running now.
Yeah.
And
well, that was the plan originally, wasn't it? Because in the sim, you were always a little bit
I said,
ahead,
shall I run?
You asked me, didn't you? You were like, shall I do this? And I said, yeah. So it's probably my own fault.
No, it's not. No, do you know what? I think it's just different paces and different people, isn't it? We're not used to doing competitions together.
Yeah.
But
we're getting onto negative here. We've done a good time.
No, it's good. It's good to know, like, feedback, isn't it? Yeah. I've never been that happy after a comp. I feel like couldn't have done any more. I know you were the opposite.
I'm the total opposite, really.
I know. I feel like I couldn't have done any more, but I felt like because I've been working really hard in my training, it finally showed there with the time.
Yeah, we were 35 seconds away from getting on that podium. Yeah,
which to everyone else, it's nothing but like it's marginal gains here and there, isn't it?
We were 5th out of 110 couples.
And we come second in our run.
Yeah.
Which is
Did you see that? Like the top 5 are like 30 to 39, which is mad as well.
Yeah, because normally the
like
younger,
in the 20s,
the wee nippers are better, aren't they?
Yeah. Wee nippers are slacking.
Just one sec. This battery's going to go off.
Wee nippers. Have you got any takeaways from it? for yourself.
That was a good segment, that.
Yeah.
Are we still going, are we?
Don't know, it's just me just asking you.
Yeah.
So it is still rolling?
Yeah, all right. But you're just going to clip it,
I'm
yeah?
just going to cut.
Yeah.
No, just me asking you. Like, have you got any... So, when I did it with Mike, I was like, I really need to work on my station work.
No. I literally give it me all. Like, I don't think I could have given any more.
I think for me, from that, I need to work on my strength still.
Which?
The hybrid. I struggled.
Oh, your strength?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like when I had to pull,
Yeah.
I felt like I really struggled with it.
Oh,
But
so personally, I mean, then?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Well, personally, mine's the same every time. I cannot get any faster at them lunges.
My leg felt like it was going to fall off.
My knee was getting, it's all right now, like, but the day after, I thought it broke my kneecap. I was literally like, what is going on? Because obviously the floor's dead hard, doesn't it?
It was concrete, wasn't it, underneath?
Yeah. But even, what doesn't matter what weight it is. It's the, I don't know. I just can't get faster at lunges. That's me. I train it all the time. And I am trying, you know what I mean? Training my weakness. That probably the sled pull, but it's slow for everyone, isn't it? But
I feel like my strength is my strength, but when I come to that, it's rubbish.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
that's muscle endurance, then, isn't it?
It's like my body just goes,
Yeah.
no, you're not doing.
Yeah.
Farmer carries.
It's the run after that for me. I can't run with the kettlebells. It's hilarious.
I can't. Like, I feel like my feet are melting into the floor.
Yeah.
Although we did.
You think you're going quite fast, and then when you watch the video back, you're like that.
Yeah.
You're just bobbing up and down. Yeah, you're literally there.
Yeah. Anything else we've been up to?
We've got a couple of questions for the hybrid. Should we ask them or just
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, because these might take a bit of time. Right, there's two of the same, so I'll just show them both. So, what is your worst station? That was off Phoebe, who also done the hybrid games. And Julie Stevens says, for you, what is the best and worst station at the games? Hybrid games.
What are you doing?
Well, again, mine's probably the lunges.
Lunges.
Yeah, a lot of people will say the sleds, but I mean, I'm gonna be in the sled's defence or the competition's defence. It was a brand new carpet. You can't do nothing about it. It's a brand new carpet.
Yeah.
Like, you're picking it up and it was going into the carpet.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. But they done what they could on the day, the organisers.
Yeah.
To make it more easy for us. But yeah, I think a lot of people will say that, to be fair.
I
thought we were all right. We just got as low as we could, didn't we?
We got a good technique, didn't we? We didn't think we struggled on that at all.
Well, we got the heads up as well, didn't we? Mike had done it in the day.
Someone said about it, so we knew. I was pushing it like I was a unicorn.
Literally,
with
my head wasn't enough on the floor.
Literally pushing my head on the middle bar.
Yeah.
Station for me, probably again, farmer carries. I always struggle with that every time.
That's mad. I thought you looked all right on the farmers. I was
think?
waiting for you to put it down.
Do you know what? Actually, as we were doing it, I was actually thinking, oh my god, I'm still going.
Yeah.
Am I okay? That, and then I thought it was going to be that bike, but it wasn't. I actually quite enjoyed the bike.
It was quite smooth, the bike. I thought we could have went faster, but I think you're worrying, aren't you, with it being the first one.
Yeah.
Like, you don't, in Hyrox, you don't go absolutely gung-ho on ski, do you?
Yeah,
so,
no.
Yeah, that was a worry, but best?
Snatches. I love that one.
Did you? See, I
like a snatch anyway.
I enjoyed doing the snatches, but I just thought for pace, I'm dead critical on my technique. So I was trying my best to get the technique, but as well as go fast at the same time.
I feel like yours was spot on.
Well, I was trying, like...
You did one where you were touching the floor and dropping and stopping.
But it kept slipping on my hand as well. That was annoying me. And then literally when I was waiting to, like, switch over with you, I was like, I'll choke my hands after this, and then you'd walk over to choke your hands. I'd be like, I haven't got many more left.
Come back.
Yeah, come back. No, I'd say, I don't know what my best was.
I love Burpees.
They seem pretty quick, the Burpees.
I feel like we did very well.
No, but even like, because it was only 4 lengths, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They just seem pretty quick, I don't know why.
Have you looked at any of our time splits on anything?
No.
I haven't either.
No, too angry.
I just know that we smashed the time, so...
Yeah.
The running for me, that was like the big one.
The run, the run was good, wasn't it? About the running, here we go, look at that smooth transition. How many people do you think underestimated 600 metres at the Hybrid Games?
Everyone.
No, and no, because I think you could push it.
I think it depends what you went in with. If you went in with knowing, like, 'cause, like, again, we did that sim, and we sent it, didn't we? Like,
yeah, that's what I would say. The difference between it was more faster pace. You were struggling to find your breath at the stations because of the faster pace 600. But again, it depends how you're splitting, isn't it?
But and then as well, some people might have just treated it as like a slower.
Yeah. So it's
a shorter run.
It's how you approach it, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think people who went for the competition, it was very difficult.
Yeah. There was a good one here before. Oh, that was it. Sarah Lyons, shout out. How does it feel seeing your clients and friends take part in the Hybrid Games in Letters Next Level Takeover?
How does it feel? Bursting with pride.
Yeah, absolutely. It's boss,
watching
isn't it?
People. The people especially who said, I'll never do a competition. I'll never, which was almost all of them, by the way.
Yeah.
All doing it.
Yeah.
And just having and at the end, that finish line, when people are crossing the finish line and you're seeing them going, or starting crying or whatever, it's just pride, isn't it? Like,
did you find it hard? Obviously, my clients were on with us, which was great at one stage, but then I felt like I couldn't watch them, so it was a bit hard at some stages. And obviously, one of the other clients was on really early, which obviously, as we'd say, don't get to the event too early if you're doing your own. So that was hard. Did you find it hard, like, seeing all your clients and members all the day? Everyone was everywhere. Really,
yeah, well, we had that many people, didn't we?
Yeah.
I tried to just I tried to watch a bit of everyone, and then I just went to the finish line.
Yeah.
And anyone who passed and then got over the finish line. Because I thought at least I'll see everyone finish. Because there was about 14 people on at the same time. I was like...
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? What are the ones that we have? Maybe a bit to decipher this one. I didn't understand what you meant. Nick. What was your take on Hybrid Games, and do you see yourself multi-racing in it like Hyrox? Now, does she mean...
solo?
On the day, or going to different events around the UK?
Oh, I don't know. I would talk that as, do you see yourself doing a single or a solo?
Right,
doubles?
Okay. I thought you meant, because obviously I've done a couple, like, Hyroxes on the same day, haven't I? But I thought that's what she was getting at.
Crazy bastard.
I know, yeah.
No. I don't see myself multi-racing.
No?
No, I think that event in particular for me is a solo, is a doubles.
Don't you think that'd be a boss relay, though? For the 600?
Yeah, do you think you'd have to get 5 people though?
No, just get 4 and just get one person have to do more.
I'm not doing that one. Yeah, that would. I'm sure they'll do that.
Yeah.
Like, of course they will. Just Hyrox.
I've got a question, it's not on there, and I'm going to contradict myself here because, well, I'll tell you why. How do you deal with the slump of an event afterwards? But at the same time, everyone at that event I've already seen in the gym this week. I think that's amazing. Yeah, it is. Because people fall off, and I know I've done it myself.
Yeah, when you have a competition, I've said before, it's a competition coming down.
Yeah.
Because you're so high on adrenaline, you're preparing, you're doing this, you're looking after yourself, you're blah, 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 rest, recovery, train, boom, nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
well, I was going to do a post about it the other day.
Yeah,
and everyone in the gym stopped me because everyone who's been has been back in the gym since. I think it's amazing.
I think that's an unusual circumstance because there were so many people. It was a buzz.
Yeah.
And I think they all wanted to get back in and see each other and go and talk about it. But I think like us individually, like just doing a comps on our own, I've actually found just booking another one helps.
Yeah, definitely. Having
something to look forward to, because I feel like not having a focus is a bit like, no, what am I training for?
Yeah. But this is good. I know, obviously, can always do this, but talking about the actual event, how it went, like realising your highs, your lows.
And as well, like, we did it together, but we had completely different experiences.
Yeah. Well, that's good to talk then, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Because that's the first time, like, really, maybe that you've seen as well, that I've actually been positive after a competition.
Yeah.
Every single comp I do, I batter myself after. And on that one, I don't know, it's because it was with you, because I felt like you made me more relaxed before it as well, because you seen how nervous I was. I was like, I don't want to talk, and you were like, come on, just chill. Normally, like, with other people, they'd been a bit, like, nervous as well. Like, I felt at ease with you. Like, I was relaxed. I could just do what I needed to do.
I give my best performance when I'm relaxed before a race. I can't get too nervous.
I enjoyed it. It's my favourite one I've ever done. Loved it.
Big shout out to Harry Games.
Big shout out to Jimmy. It was just nice sharing the floor with you as well. Like, at the end, like...
Well, it was a long time coming, wasn't it? As well, so.
Like that. That's the first time I've ever been happy with a time like that as well. Like, seeing it, I was just like... So we got 56 minutes in the sim. Got 55. So, like, that was like... I genuinely couldn't believe like that. I was like... I kept looking at my watch as well. I was like... We're on. Like, come on. Like... I was excited to finish. Yeah, it was good.
And what actually looked really good to me, because obviously I didn't see us live or anything like that, but I did see the results and like some of the videos that you posted.
I just stepped over.
When everybody else's times were like 117, 140, 113, whatever, and then 55. You came in, there was nobody else on that screen. That was
within like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Nobody.
No, did you not see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I seen that, right?
Like, well, I used to.
Yeah. Bosh. Yeah, I was so proud of that.
Yeah. I didn't even realise that.
I actually looked a lot of the times, like the top 10 were like under an hour, and then after that it was like bang, like
really?
105. Yeah.
So I've got a question for you. If obviously you've had so many members sign up, but also been scared and nearly backing out as well, like coming up to the event, what advice would you give to someone looking to book an event? Who's a bit apprehensive? Or?
My advice would be just put yourself in the most uncomfortable position ever, because the worst thing that's going to happen is nothing. Well,
you've got the support of everyone, haven't you, as well?
Just, I think...
That at the weekend was unbelievable, by the way. The community
the most uncomfortable you're going to be is in that situation, but there's no... Like, you're the only person who's making yourself feel uncomfortable. Like, everyone else is there to support you. It's just to see what you can do. It's just a bit of fun. Just put yourself out there. Would be just have a go. Like even
and we've got your back.
Yeah, like we were there the whole time. Not just me and
you, the whole gym.
The whole gym. Oh my god, like the whole gym. People who weren't even competing were there coming to watch. We had so many people. Yeah, put yourself out there would be my advice. Don't be scared, or thrive on that.
And we can always help you through the process, can't we?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? We do classes.
They're all catered, aren't they?
Yeah, and everyone's... And I think people assume to do a competition you've got to be a beast. For everybody. These
events are built now to be inclusive for everyone.
Yeah. They didn't used to be.
No. You couldn't just rock up to a CrossFit class, could you?
No, it's technical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all the technique. They know now the popularity is going to come from the masses, and that's all the movements you need, isn't it?
What you need next level?
20 kilogram snatch is not nice, but you'll get used to it.
You'll love it, we promise.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Or should we get the lads in?
Get the lads in?
Seamless transition now.
So, we've got our first guests on the podcast. Very excited. So, we are going to do a bit of a Father's Day special. So, we've invited two of the fittest fathers that we know.
I'll take that.
I'll
take that all day.
And the most handsome as well. Sorry, Mike. You're not a dad yet, though, so. So, do you want to introduce yourselves separately, and then we just sort of want to know, like, this is like fresh for us, like we said then, like we don't know a lot about you both, we just see what we see on Instagram, so we want to unlayer the layers and just find out more about you both. So, who are you?
Right, so name's Taurean, been coaching for like 10 years now, trying to stay fit, done CrossFit for a while, kettlebells, now I do a bit more hybrid training, I like to say. I'm not officially a hybrid athlete, really. Like, well,
I'd say you are.
He's sponsored them.
oh yeah, newly sponsored.
Oh, amazing.
I've leveled up now, haven't I?
Who are you sponsored by?
Builder.
Nice.
Builder. So yeah, just got sponsored by them.
But
He was sponsored first, and then they must
Are you
have
both
seen,
sponsored?
Yeah, but you might have seen me on one of his posts with them or so. I don't know. I got the call up anyway.
We'll
The
be
main
sponsored
thing.
next time, Jimmy.
You might get the call up off the back of this. You know what I mean? Recently started getting into running marathons. Done one high rocks. Something I'm thinking about maybe getting a bit more into after this next marathon, which I've got coming up. I've got Lisbon coming up. Recently did Barcelona with Lewis. Had a terrible time. I think that was one of the worst.
Was it?
Yeah, it was emotional. I've never had that much pain in my life for 7 miles.
Like physical pain or mental?
Yeah.
Well,
I think both, to be fair. I think it was both
both.
because we trained, we trained for like
20 weeks.
20 weeks. Everything was going great. Now towards the end, my body was just beat up. We were crying about it every week. Every time we'd at the track, like my body was hurting. And then when it comes to race day, everything was going great. 19 miles in, I'm thinking I've got this. I remember at one point, 17 miles in, I was saying to myself, next time I'm going for a sub 3 hour, me. Because I was going for a 3:15, and I was thinking, I'm flying here. Next time I'm getting a sub 3 hour easy. And I remember thinking that, I swear, about 10 minutes later, I felt a little something in my hamstring. That
You're like,
bit
what
mad.
was I thinking?
Yeah, and then next minute, my body, it was like someone shot me in the hamstring. My body,
It's
and
the
then
worst.
it wasn't just one, then it was a travelling, it was there. And my body just seized up, and I remember just thinking, oh my God. And I swear there must have been miles where I had glasses on when I run because it was in Barcelona, it was hot. I was closing my eyes and just running.
Really?
I wasn't even, literally I didn't care if I hit nobody, I was just doing this like run, just thinking make it to the end. It was horrible, but Lewis smashed that one, he was flying. And that's another thing that was in my mind. I knew I started like 20 minutes before you. I was thinking, don't let Lewis catch you. Don't let him catch you. So I'm walking, I'm running. I'm thinking, just don't let him catch you. You can't see no one now. It kept me going though.
Yeah.
It kept me going. But so I'm going to try and run now Lisbon in October and try and get the time that I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With no hamstrings being shot.
Hopefully.
Do you think that your block was too big, or?
I don't know. I think there was a few things. I think the block was big. I think the volume was too much for me to handle.
I think
Because
people
didn't you put a
don't-
video out about doing overdoing the training?
Yeah, I think there was a
I've seen
point
that.
like where I knew like I did a bit too much. At the same time, I was strength training. Like at that point, I was doing 4 runs a week, and then I was doing 2 bikes, which was an hour long each time. So I think I just wasn't recovering.
Yeah.
I wasn't recovering.
I think people don't speak about that, do they? Like that side of like competitions and marathon training.
Yeah.
You only see like the glamour, not that there is any, like, but or like the rewards at the end, but
And
like
it's
the during and then the after as well, like the mental, like you're on like a mental come down, aren't you?
the mental come down.
the
We
slow.
said that, don't we? Like, we don't recommend it to many people to do one because of how taxing it is.
Yeah.
People don't understand that because you see everyone doing it all the time.
Yeah.
So,
And like without sounding, I don't mean to say like your average person, but like a lot of people who aren't into fitness just go, oh, I'm gonna run a marathon, and then like they don't
Well, it's
understand.
because you
Like,
see it so much on Instagram now, isn't it?
well,
It's
yeah,
so
it's
normal.
glamorized, isn't it? It's like
you get like standard people like John's like he's taking on the weekend, he's running 100 miles and coming into work like nothing happened. Like your average fella just like that, just bouncing in like I run 100 miles on the weekend. It's mad now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
it's high rocks, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's seeing high rocks and like, I'm right, let's just go for it, let's go wild.
That's it. It is.
Got to respect the marathon. Said that to my client today. First marathon, said respect it.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, respect it. And then he did the hybrid games. Unfortunately, he threw up. And I was like, that's why, because you're under-recovered.
Respect it.
Respect it. Yeah.
Respect the hard food.
Respect it.
Yeah, say it to me. I respect it. What about you?
So, I'm Lewis Neal, also known as the hybrid dad. I'm fresh. Saul's been in the game for a long time. He's got 4 kids.
What? This is where you have to run the 4 kids in.
I've only got a 10-month-old. So, again, I've been coaching for like 8 years this year. Started off personal training. Lockdown happened. Fed in online.
Yeah.
Been online coaching since 2020 then. So, and yeah, my thing's the same. So, just about being the everyday athlete. Run like I run and look like I lift is what our tagline is. And yeah, I just help people do that, basically.
Amazing. So, the questions really, well, we've got questions we want to ask, but the biggest thing was like Father's Day. So like you touched on that like slightly there. So the reason we wanted to get you on is because your ethos, like from what we see, is very much like what we hold. Obviously we haven't got kids, but at next level, it's all about community, family, no excuses, getting it done. So when I was opening Next Level, like the gym that we were currently in didn't cater for that sort of, you know, like family side, if you will, and we just wanted to bring that, so like no one could not.
Yeah.
No
So
excuse, no
yeah.
yeah.
So when you look at you two, when you see you've got families, like new family, a big family, and but you're still getting it done, like you're respecting yourself, you're being a good example, like you're setting a good example, like what's like your why, your ethos, and sort of like, does your family keep you going? Does it get in your way? Like, how do you overcome all that, like, for other people, like dads and mums as well, because obviously...
I'll go first. Yeah, so for me, like, I've always hated the monotony of life. You know what I mean by that is, like, people just fall into the trap of becoming a parent and that's it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's because it is hard. Like, it's busy, there's less time, there's more responsibilities, but people just put themselves so far down the chain, they fall into, like, this negative headspace, and then that affects the rest of their life, etc. So all I've ever known is, like, you can literally do anything you want to, and I'm trying to not lead by example, like, look at me, but like showcase, like, there is a way of doing it. It might not be what you think it is, but there is definitely a way of doing it. So for me, it's always been a case of, like, I've always valued family, like, always. I value my fitness and I value business. Like, I've said that openly. Like, I like growing things, I like creating things.
Yeah.
You can have all three of them things without it dropping off.
Yeah.
People don't know how to do that. They think it's like, well, in order to get what I need to get to, it needs to be optimal. I need to do high rocks every weekend. I need to do marathons, where it's just not the case. And we've said it before, like, we don't recommend a marathon to many people because of what it takes.
It's a lot of time.
But it doesn't mean that you can't do anything. So that's our ethos, is like just trying to be the everyday athlete, someone who turns up with fitness, with their family, with their business or career, is actually fulfilled and has a bit of purpose outside of, like, the monotony. Like, that's my big thing.
What about, like, you though, personally? Like, how do you... Because obviously, this is probably me being a bit more for the girls now, but I always feel like the women do a lot more.
100%.
So where do you, like, how do you and Abby, like, split it? Like, what do you have, like... This is me thinking, like, for future, like, me and Mike. Like, how do we have a family, both be fitness, you know, fanatics, and manage it? Like, how do you do that? Yeah,
so behind every great man's a great woman. I always say that.
Oh, it's true. It back. Lovely.
But, like, Abby does do a lot of the work. So like, she obviously has maternity leave and stuff like that, and she takes the brunt of, like, the being a parent.
Yeah.
I go and do majority of the work. With our fitness, obviously we both value fitness, so it's about just working on each other's timelines and understanding each other's needs. So, like, I know that I can train in the day based on my job.
Yeah.
She can't, based on being a parent. So it's about when can she train, when can I train, and we work it with each other.
Yeah.
So I think when you have got a partner who also trains, it can be a blessing and a curse, because you both get to do it, but the curse that you both need to understand each other's timeline a lot more. So things have to be a little bit more rigid.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side of that, if she didn't train, I would feel very selfish that I had to do all of this.
Yeah.
She probably understands a bit more as well, though, because
exactly
she does train as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, the same thing, like, she preaches the same thing for, like, females, of, like, the glow up, she calls it. It's like respecting yourself and respecting, like, what you need, because just because you're a parent doesn't mean that you can't have time for yourself, because once you've got no time for yourself, that's when you start to notice it.
Yeah, and as well, like, I always find, obviously, this is speaking, like, without kids, I'm a better person when I train.
1 million.
Like, all around. I feel happier, like, I give the best of me to everyone when I'm in that position. When I don't, or, like, I've been sick, or even, this is, like, mad, but even, like, on a rest day, I feel like I'm not myself. Like, I don't want to have the rest. I'm like, I want to move, I want to go for it. I feel better in that way. So especially when you've got kids and you need to making time for you. Like, I always say that to my clients. Like, I don't really train a lot of men, but
you need to,
you've got to make time for you.
I say it all the time, like, exhaust the body, tame the mind. That's exactly that. It's like you have your own outlets. Like, for a lot of people, that's mine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go out with the lads on a Friday night because I don't value that. But, like, my outlet is training hard. Yeah. So, like, everyone has their own outlet, and you just got to find it and work with each other for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, my why is probably, to be fair, it's the kids. That's probably my why I train. My always thing is, like, My earliest memories of training was watching my mum bounce around doing Jane Fonda in the living room, honestly. And I'll say it with my chest, I used to get involved. I used to do all of that, get involved. And honestly, that was the thing for me. Like, even though I never carried on training, I had a period, obviously, where I didn't train and went a bit off the rails, but that seed was always planted from an early stage. I always seen that and knew I have to be active when I'm older. I've got to do something. And my mum always was in good nick. So I knew by doing that, as I got older, I didn't want to look like shit. I'd always say that. And I want to be the dad that can win the sports day. I want to be the dad that is in good shape. So it was always, I was going to train. And then it slowly changed when I did have kids and all that to like, I want to be here as long as possible to get involved, do things with them and be someone they can look up to. So where, let's say, I might never be a millionaire and leave them with millions, but I'll leave them with that work ethic and look after yourself. Because let's be honest, that's all that matters. If you want to be here for a long time, there's no point in me being here for them. And I hit 50, I'm fucked, so whatever's going on. I've got to be in the best shape possible to look after them. So that's the way I see it. Like, even when I pick up my son, sometimes they like, when I was doing the marathon, all the nursery, they like to me, oh yeah, well done on the marathon. Takayas has come in and told us all, you run a marathon. All day he's been telling us, my dad runs marathons. And like sometimes we're at the park, he's like, Dad, let's run a marathon. He thinks just doing a run is that. He's like, come on. He goes, that marathon was good, Dad, I'm tired. Or you turn it into games, but I know by him knowing I've done that is a seed planted and it'll grow. One day he's going to be like, actually, I want to do this. If my dad can do it, I can do it. And let's be honest, as they grow, like, what does they say from like a kid to 10? Your kids want to be just like you. They see you as the best. Like, you're like Superman to them. So I want to have my kids to have all the memories of me, and hopefully that helps them to be better people in obviously later years to come.
They're sponges though, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. I always say, don't tell them, show them. I always fully believe that. You tell, we all know, we've all been kids. Your parents tell you, so you don't listen, think whatever, but you always watch what they do. Without knowing, you'll mimic little things off them. That's where these traits come off, like when your mum's like, oh, you're just like your dad. He never told you to be like that. You seen them do it and you start acting little ways like them, you know what I mean? So I always think, just show them a good example.
Thanks a lot, Mum. That's why I am the way I am.
We get some bad traits after too. I've got some.
I don't know if you know, but I used to think I was a squirrel.
Oh my God.
Wait,
you didn't see the first podcast. I used to think I was a squirrel when I was little, I mean, that's gone on to
when we're saying little, how old are we talking?
I mean,
17.
16. No, I was about 4 or 5. I genuinely thought I was a squirrel. I used to I'm not even going over this again.
I can't believe you brought this back up. I can't believe you brought this back up.
Oh my God. Anyway, let's move on from that. The other questions we sort of wanted to get into, apart from we put on our Instagram, if you've got any questions you want to ask, we'll do them in a minute. But we were talking about before, a big one, obviously we all share the same passion, fitness and becoming better. I feel like from what we see of you both and us, not the party lifestyle and stuff like that, more the clean living sort of. There's not a lot of, this is probably a little bit controversial as well, not a lot of PTs out there who actually live by that as well. And I think getting the right people around you and being motivated and looking at other people for motivation, and we were talking about that way, and we really what's your motivation and why? But I think it's a difficult question.
No, I know mine straight up.
What's yours?
I've always had the fear of being average, full stop.
What's average?
I don't, again, this probably stems from childhood as well. It's looking at people who are successful, in my opinion, which is wealthy, healthy. I think it's 5 things. Well, health, wealth, love and fulfillment, 4 things. So that's success to me. So I've always seen people who are successful, who have got money, who are healthy, who have got a good family life, who have got it all.
Yeah.
So I've always thought, if I don't have that, I'm not settling for nothing less than that.
Yeah.
And that's just the way that, I don't know if it's the way that I've been wired or what, but that's that's always the thing that always stands out to me. So my why is, I don't want to be average. I want to unlock new doors all the time. I want to do more than what people. Maybe I've got a chip on my shoulder, or maybe I don't know what that's trauma or something. But I want to prove people wrong. I want to do more than what people expect of me, and that's where it sort of came from.
So you've just used a trigger word for me to just automatically ask you then. What do you mean by trauma?
I don't know if I've done something in the past where I probably have, to be honest. When I used to play football years ago, the one thing that stands out is when I got dropped from Liverpool, and it was that's probably flipped on its head now. It's like, I'll prove you wrong.
That's massive, that.
Yeah.
Because people don't, this is only from Mike.
I've done work on that, yeah.
Mike played for Wigan, professional, and then when they let him go, he said, I've never had a mental health drop like that in my life, because it was like, now what? Yeah. What do I do with my life now? I was young,
I was like 12 or something like that, but I know that I still have that feeling now. Yeah. It's like proving people wrong. Yeah. So like that's where it probably stems from, and I use that now to be like, well, I can do whatever I want. Like I don't need to prove do it for anyone else, but I know that's why I'm self-employed probably as well, because I know the work that I put in gets rewarded by me, no one else. It's not in no one's hands. That's where I've done work on that. That's where it sort of comes from.
We were saying before, weren't we, about like that's like what's the difference between a motivational, like as a person, but what about like the fitness side of things, like what motivates you for your fitness? So like that's like a good one, like that's your personal, like who you are. But what about staying, this is for like people watching who
struggling
and who are looking for the fitness side of it rather than like getting to know us as we are, like what about like what's your fitness, like what keeps you going? Because like our first thing was
what gets you out of bed.
Again, same sort of things, like progressions, like the only thing that I have in my head. Like if I don't, and I don't know if this stems from like other people or whatever, but if I don't progress, I don't feel fulfilled. Yeah. So I need to progress in order for me to feel happiness or joy or whatever. Yeah. So I want to be leaner all the time. I want to be bigger. I want to be faster. I want to be stronger.
Yeah. I was going to say, what are your measures?
Yeah, like all them things. Like a marathon, I did 1. I was like, I'd never do a marathon again. I did 5. And it was like, I want to do a sub 3:30 marathon. I nailed that. And it was like, I want to do a sub 16 high rock. Do that. Yeah. And just constantly like, I want to keep pushing the envelope. So like, I know if I do that every single day, that's going to happen. Yeah. So I don't want to go backwards. I've got a fear of going backwards as well. So I don't want to go, if I run a marathon again, I don't want to do anything less than what I did last time.
Were you happy just being in the moment though?
Probably not, because it always changes, because there's always something to progress with. Yeah. I mean, would I run a sub 3 hour marathon? At one point I will, but not because it's like, oh my god, I've done that or whatever. It's because I just know my limit is that there's no limit.
So being better is your motivation?
Only become better, yeah. Literally that.
How about you, Tim?
Mine, I'd say mine might stem more from fear. Fear of becoming stereotypical. I wouldn't say person, like from where I grew up and where I come from, a lot of people around my age and even older people, I used to always see them all the time, like just drinking, sitting by the bookies by ours. It used to be notorious for that. The olders just sitting like that. We'll see them like that, and I always thought I don't want to be like that. Like I remember I used to see them smoking weed, and don't get me wrong, there was a period I used to smoke, and I got to 20 and I remember thinking, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy walking around that's still smoking weed, smoking or drinking. And I always was scared of ending up there. That's one of my biggest fears. And I'm not saying like I'm above or not on anyone. Like if they want to be that, but I never wanted to be that person.
Values,
just
though,
doing it. I just thought, you can't be doing that. Like I'd rather chase something else. Whether that's, I'd rather be hurting myself on a track running than be sitting doing benders and that. I've had my party days in the years and now I'm like, it's not for me. Like and again, it refers back to me kids. Like I don't want to set that example as well. That's one thing I always said. I don't want to be that dad that still smokes or that one that still drinks and does all this. Like I'll have a little drink, I'll have a party. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to Ibiza in a couple of weeks.
He loves it.
My little ball. 3 days, have a good time. But on an average, when I'm here, I just won't drink because I just don't see the point of it. I'd rather try and put myself, like, train and get better, like the way Lewis said, all the time, seeking just to try and get a little bit better. My little thing I always say is the daily pursuit of progression. That's what I'm looking for each time, trying to get a little bit better. And that's I think my big thing is, and all the time I always think I don't want to end up sitting there in the bookies. That's always it's crazy, but it's one thing that's always stuck with me, and I always think that's not where I want to be. So I'd rather be struggling doing what I'm doing here than ending up there. And that's I think my big driver that keeps me going.
What about like in the morning, like what do you tell your clients if they're, you know, when they go, oh, I've just got no motivation, like that side of it, what's your first thing you say?
When they say that, it's a hard one, you know. I don't know what, I don't want to be that coach that's like, well, it's all about discipline. I think it depends on the client. Like, you know what you can say to certain people. You got to treat them all different. Some of them you just got to say, oh, just suck it up and sort it out, get a grip. Basically, just shut up and get a grip. Others, you got to be a little bit more delicate. So I'd always say it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I've got that approach. I don't really want to be like one size fits all, because some people you can't just be saying that to them, because that'll probably drive them the other way and think, you know what, fuck that. My thing is to get people going, so I might have to baby them and be a bit more encouraging.
That's a good coach though, isn't
and then
it?
others I might just say, just shut up and lift the weight. Like, come on, we're lifting it, you're doing it, let's
that's
get done.
great, I don't care.
That's it, you know you can do it to you, so you know what I mean? So it just depends. But I know, we all know, obviously, it's discipline, it's not motivation. It is discipline.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
What's yours?
I always feel like there's a sequence going. It's the same thing, isn't it? No, it is just getting better every day, like 1% better every day. That's my motive. Yeah, that's why I get out of bed. Just, but personally, for training myself, that's my just 1% better every day. But I would say, obviously, the getting out of bed thing, I only get out of bed for clients. I don't stay till the afternoon. So that's one of my biggest purposes, getting out to show up for them.
Yeah.
And I always say action breeds motivation. So just get up, get it done.
God, you're all full of it.
I like it. I will use that one on clients. Action breeds motivation. Move when you want to do it.
I've got a book in my pocket, so
yeah.
So what's yours then?
Mine's two. I think my biggest motivation is having the gym. I know that I've got to get up and I've got to show everyone how it's done. I've got to be committed. I've got to do what I say. I've got to practice what I preach. And I think as well, like, not just the gym, and didn't not probably said it, but I think social media is like a big pressure as well. But for me, it's a good pressure.
Yeah. Because
I post a lot of like how I'm feeling and like what my sessions look like, that I post every day when I train. And it's not to brag, it's to go, look, I've done it. And it keeps me accountable to everyone else. So my motivation a lot of the time is my community, like around me, like showing them this is what hard work looks like. And on the back of that makes me work harder, like constantly. And then I think the other one I said to you, it sounds like a bit of a silly one, but a motivation and a consistency thing for me is I have a picture of myself in my head, what I look like. Like, I close my eyes and I think I look like that's an athlete, and I'm not there yet. I don't look like that. Not physically, like, I'm not where I want to be, and that makes me want to go harder. And I've always been athletic, I've always danced and that, and I think in my head I've got more to give all the time. And I'm not even scratched the surface with it. And it's not anyone else. And I think that's only come the last few years of always like dropping the comparison. Like, I used to compare myself to, like, I said on the other podcast, and like Lucy Davis, like, they're all phenomenal women.
Top 1%.
But I'm not them. I'm nothing like them. We don't have the same lives, jobs or anything. And I am now my motivation. Like, that picture of me in my head is what I keep working for.
You see your own potential.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like,
it's all similar.
Not know what someone else is.
I don't want to say like manifesting the person I am, because I'm working for it, but like I used to manifest a video before I had the gym. I used to think, I'm going to get a videographer in. When we met Ryan, I used to think, I'm going to get a videographer and he's going to video me and I'm going to look like this and I'm going to feel this way and blah blah blah. And then it happened and I was like, yes, that's exactly where I want to be. Now I'm like, okay, now I can see this and this and this. That I haven't seen that yet though.
Have you read Psycho-Cybernetics?
No.
Read that book.
Good.
It's all about that.
Is it a self-help book?
It's all about, you have to see it to believe it. Like, you have to see it before you do it.
Do you visualise?
Massively.
Do you like manifest as well?
I think I don't manifest enough. I go through periods of it, but I need to do it more.
I live my life by manifestation. So and everyone always
I think people say manifestation, you said like, it's not like I want it to happen, you're actively doing it, but you have to see it. So I have like an identity statement, which is the person I want to be in the future.
Yeah.
So I write down and read it every day, and I write down my goals like that in the future.
Yeah.
And I can see it, and I've got a vision board and I've got all that, because if you actively don't know what you're working towards, you're never going to hit it.
Yeah. Like the ask, believe, receive thing. So
believe,
I wrote a lot, well, everything I've wrote down has come. I always say like it's weird, it's magic.
It's not weird though.
Well, it's not, you know, you're right. Yeah. But then it's like, whoa, is this actually happening? Like,
it's planned luck, not pot luck.
Yeah. And then I, like that, like the Lululemon thing, like when Lululemon contacted me the other month, I wrote that in my diary. I wrote Lululemon sponsorship, how? And I kept going, I'm just waiting for this email. I'm just waiting. Every day I'd get up in the morning, I'd be like, I'm just waiting for an email off them. Just waiting for an email.
You've changed your bio, haven't you? Sometimes change your bio to sponsored athlete.
Of course.
Just screenshotted it and then...
In your subconscious though, you'll then go,
like
well, how? Well, make sure that I film me session, make sure I tag them, make sure...
You do the small
all
steps,
the things
that's going to
that
get you that sponsorship,
But when it happens though, you think like globally, I think
then?
that's a global brand. How the hell have you seen me? Like, I'm no one, I'm just a small fish. Like how, yeah, you're right, like that's a massive thing I do. Like, I'll take out my bio, everything, and just write my protein, sponsored athlete, and Liverpool Fitness.
See how it looks.
Yeah, and then screenshot it, and then I just put it as my screensaver and keep looking at it. But I wrote like me Lululemon.
I think a lot of people, like, say to clients all the time, is that if you don't believe it yourself, unfortunately, that's the place where you need to start.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
And of course, people have got the odds stacked against them, where like they might have failed in the past, or they might have had coaching in the past, or whatever. But you have to break that cycle first. Do
you know, weirdly though, I feel like this has gone from motivation to like positivity.
This is better than me.
I only recently, like, I'm a very competitive person. Not, you all think it's with everyone, but it's not. Like, I joke around.
You've got better.
I have got better. I'm a sore loser. I'm a sore loser. I am.
Yeah.
I'm a sore loser. I'm not competitive with anyone.
Against yourself?
No, everyone. Oh. I've got better at that, but I feel like losing is weirdly the last few months, because I'm not getting where I want to be. It's frustration. It's making me work harder.
Yeah,
and I never thought.
Yeah, you've got to lose to know that you don't like it.
And then just...
He said the marathon, like, the 5th marathon I did, Barcelona, was the first one I've ever felt happy with. And it was the least I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Every other time I've cried and I've been like this and it's driven. I did that and I was like, what now?
Yeah.
I actually preferred failing
because you felt something
than doing it properly.
Yeah.
Lights a fire in you, doesn't it, when you get that?
Yeah.
People are like, that's mad. I'm like, but at the same time, use the marathon again. I knew that was going to happen anyway because of the work that I put in.
Yeah.
So there was no denying it.
Yeah.
But every time I've not hit the target that I wanted, it's made me, I felt the
fire
most
in your
emotion.
belly.
Yeah.
Mm.
So sometimes it's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, good. It's a blessing and a curse all in one.
Yeah, it is.
Literally, I go to sleep at night thinking about that High Rocks flag.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Every time I'm like, I'm getting so close.
Stop doing extra laps, you'll be alright.
I know.
Is that what you did, extra laps?
Twice.
I think it's so confusing though.
You've done a double.
I had him shouting me. I'm like, where are we? I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Well, me and Nan did it. We did it in Paris, and we got 103. So we would have got probably we calculated it like on the hour, which was amazing. But we would have got 3rd place. So we done ourselves out of a flag, and then we did it again in Glasgow. And we got 101, so we would have got around 58 minutes.
Wow,
which again, we would have got a podium place. So those 2 times we've done it,
it just seems
it's cost us.
the way they do that, you know.
It is. I wish someone would just stand there and wave at me.
Yeah, like the Berlin was so good.
I mean, that's ideal for me.
Yeah, all
But
that, no problem.
God help me when I do a solo.
Are you going solo?
Yeah.
When?
Madrid in November.
Oh, yeah,
is this your first time putting it out there?
Yeah.
I
sound like, look like that. You look nervous.
On the last
I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
No, on the last podcast, it was all the questions. There was about 6 people going, when's Han doing a solo? Because it was a High Rock special. And I was like, I'll do one the next one. And then literally the other week, the tickets come out. And I was sat there and I texted Ant and I thought, do you want to do a doubles? And I thought, right, if he doesn't answer in 10 minutes, I'll just book a solo.
Yeah.
And he didn't answer. I was like, I'll just wait for another 10 minutes.
And
then I rang and he went, aren't you booking a solo? I was like, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
So I just messaged you and I was like, do you think I can do it? And he was like, book it.
Yeah.
So I booked it. I was like,
it's different animal life, but
I've got myself a High Rocks coach now as well.
Yeah.
So I've got
You've done solos before, yeah?
Yeah, I've done quite a few solos, yeah.
Yeah, you've smashed it.
Brutal life.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Might do Madrid myself.
Yeah.
Solo?
There's more tickets coming out next week, I think.
Yeah.
No, solo, no.
Do you want to do doubles with me?
That's
all we take.
I'm hoping to keep up, mate.
But yeah, I've committed now. I feel like on that as well, like I had to. Like I had to do it. I feel like, number one, I keep saying this and it's scaring me saying it, there's nowhere to hide. It's all me. Like I can't go,
the pressure's off with that though.
Yeah, you're right.
I think at the same time, because I think you feel sometimes more pressured, like when I was with him.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to let the person down I'm doing it with.
Yeah.
Because I know they've trained so hard.
When
it's you, don't get me wrong, you're still going to... I know, I let him but when it's just you, you're still going to push, but at least you know it's just you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think like that, you said that to me, didn't you? You were like, the pressure's off, but then I feel like if you know me, like the pressure's on.
Yeah,
it's on now.
The pressure is
so
on.
much pressure's put
Yeah,
on.
I feel like it's taken off, but then it's put on because like it's only, no one ever puts pressure on me. It's just me.
It's
like
an expectation of yourself.
But now everyone's going, you can just go in and do this. I'm like, in my head, I think, but I want to go and I would like to win.
I've got a big question for you.
Go on, sorry.
I've got a big one. What time do you want?
Oh,
Oh no!
Have you got one in mind first?
Yeah,
Have you got one?
I've got one in mind. 105.
Okay.
I'd like to get, but I feel like that's very optimistic.
I think you're capable of that.
I feel like
Definitely.
105 is a podium place.
Yeah.
I've not done a sim yet on my own. I don't know. I feel like I know where the work is. I need to pace myself. Like I just go fast and furious, and you can't do it like that.
She was like,
mate,
You can't sustain it. Yeah.
she sprints everything she does. Can't do that in a solo.
No, I can't. And like, I feel like everything has to change. Like the way like I do burpees.
But like you say, you've got a coach now, and you are doing more endurance.
Yeah, he's got me on a bike 3 hours a week.
Bike's no joke, is it?
Get one in your bedroom. That's the best.
It's no
thing.
joke.
Let's
Mike
get one
comes
for the
in like,
house.
hi darling.
Doing
get
them
one for the house.
bike sessions are no joke. I swear, your legs go to bits.
Yeah. So yeah, that's in the pipeline now. So
No, I think we've all got the similar goal that I said. We've all got the same sort of reason why we're doing it. I said, if you're looking at people who are watching it for fitness, I think it all comes down to like value, like what you value. I said you can't go out on a Friday night and drink and do everything else. Like it's opposite.
yeah.
So you have to change what you actually want. And as you said, like lifestyle factors could be, if you really want to do this, you have to make it work in your favour.
Yeah.
You have to get around people who do the same thing.
Yeah.
You have to forget other things that don't serve you. You have to do the right things with your food shop. You might say no to things, and that's fine.
You have to change.
You have to
Yeah,
change.
you have
but
to change, you do.
people they say they want it, but do they actually want it?
No.
And that's the thing.
They're
isn't
scared
it?
of the change.
They
I
like
think.
the idea of it.
But it's
we
not
all
them,
love the
yeah.
idea or
They look-
how it looks being that person.
Yeah.
But it's the small
You
steps.
probably do want to do
Yeah.
it, but it's, again, you've got the massive blanket of everyone else around them. That's probably opposite.
Yeah.
So do they actually want to leave that? That's the scary jump.
Yeah.
I agree, that is a big scary jump, like if you leave people, or not even if you leave them, you tell them no. People don't like to say no, you know.
Yeah.
You notice that, like, and be like, say all my mates are there, they're like, we're doing that, are you coming? Nah, I don't want to drink tonight.
Yeah.
It's hard for people to say that. Do you know how many times I say to my mates, I'm driving tonight, I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I've got to a point now where they say,
When
Yeah.
we do
But
that,
I'm
can you pick me up? And I say I'm drinking, they go, oh, are you drinking? I'm the opposite now. I've went that far to do it.
Yeah, I'm the same. I haven't got drunk for like nearly 4 years now.
Probably the same.
It just doesn't. I'm not saying I'm not sober. Like I'll have like
You never say you're sober, yeah.
one drink like here and there, but like I am no good on drink. Like I am not a nice person. I
switch.
Anxious, like just embarrassing to be honest. Like I used to be really embarrassing. Like get my arse out and like just mad stuff like that. Just
You just weren't happy with it.
no, and like I just think that was just masking a whole other issue of a person. And when I like decided like right, I'm changing, my whole life changed, and like I don't miss any of that now. Like I'm happy for that change, but I always say to people like once you get into fitness, it's a different world. Like we live in a different world to the rest of the world. Like when you're in it and you start seeing them changes, like I have loads of clients now who are like, oh yeah, like I don't want to have a drink because I want to come to class on a Sunday, or and then that's like the first thing, and you're like, oh actually I don't want to have a glass of champagne to celebrate. I'll have a protein shake instead. Like
I say all the time, like
just bench press instead.
I value my Sunday morning run than a Saturday night.
Yeah,
like
same.
that's like full stop.
Sets you up for the week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I go to bed at 9 on a Saturday, it's fine.
A Saturday night
Sunday
drink.
morning.
You just riddle with anxiety
Yeah.
for days. I am, mate, personally. I can't take it. Whereas Sunday morning run, I feel great then going into the week.
I feel smug
Yeah.
when I'm up and I've done my run at
You're
9.
up
I'm like,
6 in the morning.
So-
It's like
too.
that's the same
So-
thing, no? Like I'd rather, and selfishly, I'd rather me feel better.
yeah,
Because if I drink, I feel awful.
yeah,
If I tame my mind by training, I feel amazing.
yeah.
So what's better for me?
It's funny
Doing
because people are like, will be like, oh, why aren't you having a drink? And that,
And
but
if I tame my mind and said, because tomorrow I'm gonna be absolutely on my ass, I feel anxious as fuck, blah blah blah. They'd be like, oh, okay.
oh yeah,
Don't drink
okay
then.
I'll leave you to it.
But it's just a norm, unfortunately, for a lot of people.
Yeah. Questions?
Yeah.
Or have you got any questions?
Well, I had one question. I forgot it. No, it was the social media, wasn't it? So obviously both social medias are really good. Do you find that a pressure, or do you enjoy doing it?
I actively enjoy doing it. Like I love creating, so that's something I enjoy to do. So I've always had frustration with it because I'm like, why isn't like things taken off or anything like that? I hate that.
People don't see the effort you put into it.
Into a post.
But at the same time, I've just thought, you know what, like, I just create what I want. Like I did a post today about the SL Evos, the shoes.
They were great.
Yeah, like that's a bit of fun. But then I had a client who signed up for me off the back of that because that video was what he was looking at, and like actively, like that's just what I wanted to post. It's just a bit of fun.
Yeah. But
I actively enjoy like trying to improve that all the time and constantly like progress. Again, that's the only word I have from.
So you don't find that it's your?
No, never. I do it every day.
I'm probably the opposite. Like I have periods where I actually enjoy it, and then points where I feel like I'm just pressured to do this.
I think it's the pressure of like other stuff.
I think sometimes you can get caught up, like like you said, you put so much work into a post or a message, and no one even sees it or not, and you're like, oh my god, and then you see some stupid something, and it just fly like.
Me and you slipping round a bar.
We
got like 30,000
views. That was funny.
No, remember that one? So I'd just done it, my first triathlon. And I can't swim. I couldn't swim about 2 years ago, and so I'd done this triathlon, the worst thing I've ever done. Yeah, and I put it up, worst thing I've ever done in my life. And then these got me to do this stupid TikTok dance. And it got about 30,000 views. And I was like, no one even realised I'd done this triathlon 2 days ago. And I'm just near died over.
Yeah.
Social media, it's like, I always ask it, what are you optimising for?
Yeah.
What are you optimising for?
What I'm optimising for the gym.
Yeah, of course, business.
Publicity, new members. Like I am fully booked as a PT. Like I don't want any more clients. Like my client base is like solid. So for me, it's like, do you know what? Weirdly, it's like people knowing who we are and like what we do. Like I think we've got the best gym around. Like by far. Like I feel like we've got everything. We've got the best people. We've got the training side of it, the mental health side of it, the fun. Like I feel like no one comes into our gym and goes.
It's a safe space, isn't it? Nobody goes. So
for me, like the social media side, but next level grows through mine. Like my personal stuff, like.
Of course.
And I feel like for me as well, it's like. It might sound a bit like vain, but like the stuff like with brands.
It's not vain at all.
Like
it's what it is. Isn't it?
It's aspirational, like being able to work with like when we work with New Balance, like 2 years on the run, like wow, that's unreal. Like. Taskers, like Lululemon, like that's only going to do the gym well, and the PTs, like they kitted you out as well, didn't they? Like I win, but then you win as well.
Yeah, that's it. It's just awareness. Like, that's it.
I think, like, I mean, I don't like doing it, if I'm being honest. What works for me is when I'm in a bad headspace. That's when my social media flies. As soon as I share that, I'm not, because I am open. Like I have always suffered with depression. I'm not as anxious anymore as I was. But as soon as I post that, people love it, and they're like, oh my god, like relatable.
It's too much of a disconnect,
relatable, but it's mad. It's like, so when I'm feeling shit, that's when my social media flies. Like 500 likes on a post, blah blah blah, and like the stuff like where you feel pressure to do like supplements and workouts and like how to help people, how to do a back squat.
That's what I mean. I think I go through like times where I'm like, should I put that on? I'm like, well, why? No one's asked about seeing a back squat no more. We've all seen it. They know how to YouTube it and find it, or you don't want that.
I've got a way of doing social media. I don't need to educate you because you've got Jeff Nippard and you've got all them people. They can educate you. But like, you're right, people will buy into you.
Yeah.
They want to
resonate with you. That's why my handle, Hybrid Dad, run like a lifter, says exactly what it is. I train like hybrid. I'm a dad. And all I post is like how I'm trained like that while being a dad. Not like here's how to like I hate the ones like here's how to cook a recipe as a dad. I'm like what? Like
with your baby in your hand,
here's how I go out on the weekend with the family and still train. That's what people are like. Oh, I resonate with that. Not with here's how to do a back squat because no one cares.
Because you're a dad. Here's how to do a back squat when you're a dad.
It's why dad should do back squats. I'm like, what? It just makes sense.
Because you're going to back squat your kids.
Yeah, literally that.
All 4 of them.
But people resonate with you though. So like I said, the more raw stuff and what you want to post is the one that works. But what are you optimizing for? Like I think that, what am I optimizing for? I'm optimizing for my personal brand to grow, not for anything else.
Yeah. Mine's for next level.
I think sometimes you're right, Dan. You know, when you say it like that, it makes me realise, because sometimes I think, what am I putting out there to help people? When sometimes optimize, like putting out my message and how I do things is helping people, rather than like, as you say, these back squat videos or these tips, which no one really is bothered about, you know what I mean? Just put out you as a person and your message. That's sometimes I go through points where I'm like, I'm on it, I know what I'm doing, and the next minute I'm scratching my head thinking, oh, I need to post something today, what do I do? And I get to that point when that, like, I'm trying to do catch up and think, what can I post? And then sometimes I'm like, I'm not posting for the week now, I can't bother. Like,
I've got nothing to say.
I've got nothing to say now.
We're all an extension of our business, so like that's all there is. People will buy me, people will buy off you, people will buy off him based on who they resonate with. That's it.
And that's why I think like personal training, it's personal.
You have to have a relationship.
Like my clients are we're very like tight knit, like
the same.
But they know that. I think straight away when they come in, again, I don't know if this is just like our gym sort of thing, like as soon as you come in, like you are a counsellor as well, like they're very open with the mental health and stuff, because they know that you can, exactly. Like, and I don't think there's a lot of gyms that will go, come in, like, how do you feel? How do you feel? You ran 10k a day last year for men's mental health. That was huge, because that's what we're about, and like we want people to talk and know that, like that's our brand. Like, not just obviously you work your positive PT, but everyone under Next Level is, well, what my ethos is, and just being a decent person, really, isn't it?
Well, you not find it hard, but you're quite picky with who you're having the gym, aren't you? So.
Which sounds like a bit of a...
No, you respect your own boundaries and like what you...
It's like, not just the PTs as well, like clients. Like, I'm not afraid to ask somebody to leave the gym as a client, because you don't... Not your face doesn't fit, because that is not it.
Wow.
Your face doesn't fit.
You don't make the cut,
your attitude doesn't fit.
The ethos doesn't match.
No. They tend to... people like that don't tend to not
work
last
themselves.
Anyway.
You know.
I haven't got to do anything. My saying is, give someone enough rope, they'll hang themselves with their actions. I don't need to do anything. I don't have to say anything a lot of time. People just know, don't they? My silence is enough.
That's it. I fully agree with that.
Same, you're exactly and you don't say anything until you feel like you have to.
No, but like people, again, I say it to coaches all the time, because I used to coach coaches, and I used to say the same thing all the time, is that people are buying into you and your ethos, so you will attract more people like you. That's only going to make your job more fulfilling. If someone's not a good fit, sound.
Let them go.
Get them go, because it's only going to affect your mindset and their mindset. You can't change someone.
But if you got someone like that, it affects all the rest then, because your head's in a different headspace, and then you've got to get rid of that person. Like,
whereas my saying, another one, high tide lifts all boats. So like, if everyone's thriving, everyone thrives. So like, people again, it comes
people
down
don't
to
like
you.
that, which is funny. That people don't like seeing people thrive, and that's one of my biggest things. Like, close your eyes then, because this gym is thriving, because everyone is supporting, everyone's happy, everyone's motivated, everyone wants a bit of the goodness. So people
who don't sound
exactly. I always say that, don't I?
Yeah.
The gym's bigger than a singular person who's not happy. You know.
I used to think this as well. What people think of me has got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, exactly.
So
no,
you could think I'm the best person in the world, but I met someone in a coffee shop and maybe I bumped in front of them by accident. They think you're a bellend. Don't mind. It's not up to me to decide that. Unfortunately, let them decide.
Let them. I love that. Let them.
Do you know some of these questions?
Yeah.
Not John's.
Oh God, what did John say? Something rude.
Big John.
Yeah, Big John. Yeah.
Big John.
Big John. No, I'm not reading that out. This was a good one. What was harder, gaining your fitness and physique you have now, or maintaining it?
Gaining, for me.
Gaining?
Yeah, I say gaining.
I see it like a spinning a roundabout. Once you get it up to speed, you can just give a little tap and keep it going.
Oh, I like that.
That's like keeping
you
fitness. That's the way I always look at fitness.
Clip that.
You can have that.
I can see that, mate. It's got 2 days.
maintaining it. I said the opposite.
You said maintaining, didn't you?
I said maintaining it, yeah. I feel like for me, putting that graft in to get me body up to a certain, like, it was physique, wasn't it, you said?
Fitness or physique.
Fitness and physique, it took me like a bit of a chunk of time to go, right, I'm going to knuckle down. I want to, because at the time I wanted to look like a certain way.
Yes.
And I got to that, and then I feel like now maintaining it, but it's hard because it's a bit of a tricky one, because maintaining it, obviously, because you've got to keep yourself in it, but then that's also a bit of a blessing. Because I like the way I feel at the minute, and I like the way I look, so that keeps me going. But then obviously, like you said, it just takes a little push, doesn't it?
I think just off experience, I think getting there was the hard bit, because I've not fluctuated within like 3 kilo for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I must find it okay to maintain it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you enjoy it though.
But because it comes down to like your daily actionables, like they don't change. It's only when they change that other stuff changes. Yeah. So I think getting to the point's the hard bit, but then
like
once
Easter.
you're there, you flow.
Once Easter comes around.
Oh, game over.
Those eggs.
No, don't.
There's a third one saying that. What do you eat the morning of an event? I suppose it's all part personal to each person, but
all the carbs I can get. Really.
What does that involve?
Usually I'll eat like 1 or 2 bagels, and then I'll have like multi-dextrin in a shake, something like that. So I try and get like my fingers try and get at least 100 grams of carbs in me. I was like getting a thing, eat like 100 grams minimum before I start a race, whatever it is.
So have you had that same, so is it a routine you have to eat like at the time and all, like so many hours before and stuff like that?
I usually have it. That's what I think went to pot a bit in Barcelona as well. I opted, instead of me bagels, I went for, what did we get? I got cereal, bowl of cornflakes. Didn't do the job. It didn't do the job. I remember, I blamed the cereal, because we were in the supermarket for time trying to decide what to eat and what to get, because obviously in your room you haven't got a toaster or nothing like that, so it's like, what can I make? You know what I mean? But,
and another thing that probably gets in your head, because in Malaga, when I done Malaga High Rocks, I got up and I was like, I haven't prepped what to eat here. We went to a cafe, and the only thing they had was a chocolate croissant. So I had that. I had it just to get in. And then all the way through the race, I was that's all those time. You haven't prepped. You haven't prepped.
It's in your head, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
See, I think for me though, I am the opposite, because
you don't eat, do you?
I don't eat.
Don't you eat before races?
See,
so I train fasted.
I'm similar.
Almost, unless I've got big sessions, I will have something in the morning. Like this is like normal routine. I don't normally eat till 2 o'clock every day, so I train fasted. So my body's used to that. Now, for gaining muscle and obviously all of that, it's not beneficial. But I train better, lighter. I feel fast. I feel it's like an 18-hour fast for me. So I'm like ready to go. So when I do a comp, unless it's like later on, like my optimal time for training every day is like midday. So I don't normally like to eat. I have like a little bit in the morning, only because I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
But I'll just hydrate loads. The night before I'll carb up like a lot. But the morning of, maybe a piece of toast sometimes.
It's not to get graphic, but is it for the toilet as well, or no?
No, to be fair, I just take loads of Imodium.
Do you take that on race day? I mean,
the opposite of me. I have the same thing. I'm the same, just same thing every time. 2 bagels, that's me. 2 hours before. I'm really bad, so if I train at 5 p.m, I can't eat nothing about before 3 o'clock. We'll have to eat. I can't digest food very well before I train properly.
I'm the same as well.
So on race day, I'm not, if it's 8 o'clock race, I'm not getting up any earlier just to eat.
Yeah.
But I'll have a cut off at like 6 o'clock. Yeah. So whatever get in that time frame, it usually is just a bagel.
For me, the day before is always really crucial.
It's the most important bit.
So and bought like water, electrolytes. So like I don't not eat the day of a competition, but I will have, and I can't overeat. I get a stitch, but like I've just started like having like a lot more electrolytes. Like I've started taking like different supplements, which I don't know about. I feel like there's like rocket fuel. started taking NAD.
I can eat right before.
Yeah.
I think because last year I did a few of them ultra marathons, and literally because they were that long, you had to just a few of them, you
up
know,
mountains.
up the mountain as well. Yeah, because they were so long, like 10 hours and that. Literally, sometimes we'd be eating butties as we run, and eating all types because you just got to get food in you. It was like 10 hours. And I just got used to eating, and I didn't get a stitch. Like I've noticed I'm okay digesting food while even on the go. Like I can eat quite close to a training session and not feel sick.
If I do that, I've only done that about 4 times, and I've vomited every time. I remember going for lunch and then doing a session at like 3 o'clock, and I literally got on the curve, and I just turned around and I just projectile vomited scrambled eggs. I'll never forget that.
That must have been horrible.
It's disgusting.
Before an event, I can nail like 800, 900 grams of carbs day before. Be absolutely fine.
Me, mine's the same every time. Same every time.
Squares bars.
Caramel squares.
You're going to turn into a square.
How did you know? No, so it's 2 bagels, peanut butter, banana of the morning of, and then an hour before squares bar and an energy drink. That gets me going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Energy drink, I would be not on that course. I would be in the toilet.
I couldn't do an energy drink myself. No,
I don't drink energy drinks.
I only do energy drink on a High Rocks. If it's not a morning race.
My heart
yeah.
will go.
See, I can't have a coffee, so.
Although, so I've been taking caffeine chewies. The last 3 races I've done.
Just have a coffee.
Well,
that could be a toilet problem, though. I can imagine.
yeah, I feel like no, that's risky business.
Imagine halfway on the course, though, you're like, oof, you feel.
Do you know caffeine has a different effect on women than it does on men?
What?
So if women have coffee before a race or exercise, it lowers. I think it's like it lowers their blood sugars, whereas men, it like obviously it'll help you. Yeah. Whereas we're not the same. I feel like I need to send you the podcast so it's more scientific. But there's a whole podcast on men and women and performance, and all the studies that are always done, never on women. Ice baths, coffee.
It's always on men.
It's all based on men, yeah. So women don't perform or like recover the same as men do in an ice bath. So optimal temperature for us is like, I think it's like 14 degrees, but for men it's like 2-3. Like we go the opposite way.
That's mad.
I know. It's very interesting. I'll send you that.
Oh yeah, send me that on
the next one.
Yeah.
What is your next event?
He always likes to follow me around the world, so I'm going to Lisbon as well.
Wait. I'll let him have that one.
We come up here. We've come to function.
But listen, he wouldn't step up and do the full marathon.
I've done 5.
It doesn't matter.
We haven't seen
I'm doing the full.
That's number 5.
I'm doing the full. He's obviously bitched out and he went for the half.
I have done the half this time. So half marathon, and then London High Rocks is booked in officially, but then I want to try and get another High Rocks or a couple of other High Rocks probably in, but not in between really now and then.
I like a half. I prefer a half.
I like a
I'm not gonna lie. I said this is my last marathon.
You can push a half.
There you are.
Yeah, the half's just. It's not as much training. Like you.
Yeah.
It's horrible
the
the miles
block,
you have to
isn't it?
do. Yeah, the training blocks.
I'll go for like a smash a half. Like I'm going to smash the half, but like we're taking clients and stuff, so I didn't want to just commit to a marathon and then
not be with them.
So I'm going to do the half. Yeah, I'll just be a nice person.
But you know the half's the day before.
Yeah, I know.
So you still could have done it. That's not a good excuse. I'm just saying, like you can't use that as an excuse.
What's yours?
Mine's not for ages. Mine's
it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a little bit of a break, don't you?
Yeah.
Birmingham. It's a busy winter, isn't it? Birmingham, Madrid, London. Deadly dozen in there somewhere.
Yeah, I've got 4 planned. My next one's September. I've got Barcelona. No, not Barcelona. Where am I going? Rome, then Birmingham, then Madrid, and then London. All High Rocks.
But you got a good little prep going into it. So.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just having a little deload at the minute and then back into it. Head down.
Defo.
When I come back through the other side, no one's going to recognise me. I'm going to be a Chat BT High Rocks athlete. What is it? Chat BT?
GPT.
That's how much I don't
People
use
say
it.
B in it.
It's P.
I always use it.
Chat BT. What
Yeah.
are you saying? No.
Chat GPT.
Oh yeah, lots of competitions. Can't wait.
Have you got any questions? I've just got daft ones now.
Go on, there's some daft ones.
No, I mean like people just asking me when are you next buying me a Happy Hippo.
No.
It's just stupid.
You bought me one this morning, so.
Yeah. People coming at me.
Have you got a bit of a bugbear in the fitness industry?
How long?
I only say that because we were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Well, however long you want to talk about it. Like when I say this, when we talk about stuff, like I'm not. Well, yeah, I suppose you are calling people out, but I'm not like slagging.
You don't care. Yeah.
It's just
Go
like.
What was your one then?
Mine's the skinny pen.
Okay. Ozempic and
yeah,
GLP-1s.
I feel like there's a lot of. I feel like I could do a whole podcast on this. I feel like at the minute it's massive, and I cannot stand to hear about it. And there's so many female PTs in Liverpool who are promoting it. It's disgusting.
That's mad.
No,
that's actually
wild.
That's wild.
And using their clients' pictures as promotion for their transformation when they've been on the skinny pen. So for me, it's that not practicing what you preach. I think it's really, really poor.
I think for me, it's like, again, probably chip on my shoulder a little bit, is that people underestimate our job. So, other coaches, what I mean by that is other coaches just think like, oh, I can, especially online, because I'm in the online space now, and I've been there for a long time. People just think they can come in, make loads of money, and that's it, and live the lifestyle they want. But they have no respect for like how they're servicing the clients, how to actually coach them correctly, what they're actually building, which is actually good.
The care you put in.
The care, which drops the trust in everything that we do, because we're tarnished with the same brush.
Yeah.
So that's my bugbear, is that, again, go and do what you want, because the cream always rises to the top, which is always true. But like, the fact that people don't they don't really respect what we're trying to do. Oh, I'll just help people get fit. Like, okay, but I've just changed that person's life and that person's life and that person's life.
It's so much more than being a personal trainer. Is so much more than what people see on the outside. It is. You go home thinking about your clients. The time you take, the effort, the love you put into like the job, and like people just go, oh, I'm just gonna do a PT course and just do this, and you think, you've no idea how much I care.
That's the book
about my clients. Like that is not.
That.
You are going to get a rude awakening when you try.
But yeah, unfortunately, from the outside, everyone expects the same thing, because that's still the same like tarnish with the same brush. Yeah. So that's like what everyone expects that we do. Where it's just not the case.
Yeah.
You're linked to the same gym, or everybody a gym. I'm linked to online coaching.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Would you go back on the floor again?
It sounds sad, but like it doesn't make sense for me to do that, unfortunately. Like financially.
You're only saying that because we're trying to.
I know.
I'm like, are you gonna come then?
I've missed in person stuff, like we do client days and stuff, and I love them. Yeah. But just financially, it doesn't make sense.
What about like, forget the financial side? Like for you, do you ever think, oh, I miss being around? Like, I could never do online coaching.
Yeah, 100%.
I love being 100%. Around, like, every day. Like, we have such a nice day every day. Like, I never have a bad day.
Yeah, like, I do miss
because our coaches are just boss, and, like, the clients, and, like, I just think it's such, like, it's nice being around people all day.
Yeah, I do miss it. I do miss parts and elements of it. Yeah. And who knows, like, we've had a conversation about with gyms and that, but, like, I don't know what happens.
But you don't miss them.
The seeds being planted.
Late nights, like... I said, I like being around people, like, when you're in the gym and everyone's there and the bar's there and you're getting coffees in and all that, like, boss. Yeah. Like, at the minute, I just sit at the desk all day. Like, literally, I've got a desk job, but...
Got internet next level, you know?
Have you got a desk?
We've got beanbags.
We can get you one.
Chilled, man. We've got beanbags.
Yeah, I do miss it, but I've also tried to build it around how I like to do it. So I try and do client days and stuff, and I'm training with the clients on Friday and stuff, like... I try and do a little bit more.
Treat them to a beasting on Friday.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah.
What about you two?
Well, I forgot the questions gone off on it.
What about any bugbears?
I'll probably say it's probably the way people, excuse me language, chat shit on Instagram and that, like, you know what it is, like the scaremonger, like other coaches, like, that's wrong what they do, this is the best. Like, I get everyone's got to rep their camp and what they do, but I hate that they say something then now this person thinks actually kettlebells is wrong, I shouldn't do that, or running is wrong, I shouldn't do that, because he said, like, in my eyes, as long as you're moving and you're not getting injured and you're enjoying it, do it. Like, I think too much of that just goes on, like that. Like, I can see loads of people now bashing Pilates. Like, I don't do Pilates, I'm not gonna do it, but If someone likes doing it, leave them to do it.
Yeah.
Why are you going to say something that's now going to change that person's perception of
Like
it?
slagging
But that might be
different-
something they liked and was
Yeah.
keeping them fit. And at the same time, that could have been a gateway for them to actually get into fitness. Because you say they don't go from Pilates and actually like, oh, now I want to try some strength training.
weightlifting, yeah.
Now I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just putting the blockers on people by running your mouth just for people to come running to you. That does me head and all of that.
Hyrox is getting
Absolutely.
hammered, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just gets hammered. Like,
It
just
does.
let people do it. They're
You know
testing
what?
themselves. Enjoy it.
I think with that though, you know, when people do that, and the example I always think of is when I didn't go to the gym and I used to see people taking selfies all the time and they post them on Instagram, I used to go, it annoys me, that gives me the ick and blah blah, and I used to think that's because I wasn't happy in myself.
Yeah.
And
You're not.
I was probably jealous looking at those people thinking, and now I'm like to my clients, take a picture in the mirror, go and get a picture. And I'm like that every day, same pose, different day. Like, people will project on what, and you are the biggest advocate for saying this, aren't you? People project on what, like, you know, on their insecurities, and because they don't want you to do that, because they want you to do this, but there's a big enough world out there for everything.
They
isn't
say
there?
they talk about you doing it because they would never do it.
Exactly.
And if
I
that's
had
the problem,
someone
innit?
say to me the other day, and I'm not going to mention any names, but like
Say it, I'll back
they
it.
they don't like people
Out
hate
them.
online coaching. They think they're twatting this and that, and I was like, no, you don't like.
Yeah.
No, people,
There's got to be a
you
pot
don't.
of people that don't and a pot of people that do. I don't care about people that don't
You're in the I don't care
care about people
category.
that do.
Yeah.
Same reason with like.
Someone said that about you. Tell me who it is.
No, if you do, like, okay, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Just one minute.
Yeah.
That's it. I always
Don't know
say,
what's doing
you're
me.
not here for the 80% that don't care. You're here for the 20%
That's it, innit?
You're gonna help,
Yeah.
aren't you? You know what I mean?
You know what?
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Like I my mates joke about with me sometimes. They chat shit. Oh, you on Instagram and that chatting shit. Oh, you got mics now, chatting shit. I just laugh. I just think it.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
got my
I am. But you know, like today I was in the gym training. I train in a different gym, and some dude comes over and goes, "Hey, are you surviving through fitness?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, mate. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, you brilliant, that stuff you put out." He goes, "Literally, I love your message." And like little things like that make you
Oh no,
think.
you feel amazing,
You know,
don't you? Like,
fucking
wow.
hell, someone, you
One
like
thing I
someone's
stick by,
listening,
notice, yeah,
someone's
yeah.
noticing. It's like it's good that they're helping me. It's like it's inspirational what you're doing there, mate. And they're the things where you think it's them 10%, like you say, no, 20% of people that like what you're doing. They're the ones that matter, not the 80.
Well, my girlfriend noticed you in Nando's, but it wasn't for you. Oh yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't for you.
Hello, sir.
She was like, "Oh, there's that. You want to see his kids?"
I know what you're
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. She was saying the other day, wasn't she? She was like, he's gorgeous. Oh.
Everyone
No, you
said
know
that
your
with-
kids.
You always say that with the kids. Everyone says it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, your kids.
Yeah.
No, with content I say it all the time. It's cringy until it's not.
I know. I like that when you said that. I remember you put that up for a couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago.
Do you know
I
what though?
totally
My
agree.
thing is, I do not care. Like, I don't
Yeah,
Gotta
care.
be like that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be like that.
I
I
used to be
used to.
so
Yeah, I
bothered
did, yeah.
about what everyone thought of me. I'd be like, oh, well, what if I say this, or what if I put this up, or do people think I'm cringy when I do videos in my car, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, I do not care. I don't care what
If you
anyone
don't like
thinks.
them, they won't watch them.
You've had it all the
Yeah.
time, then you get these things and you go, people
He goes, what did you say on that video? I'm like, are you going to watch it or not?
I say, is that worth watching? So I'm scared.
I have to put a title at the top
Phone's
of
on
my
mute,
videos. Yeah, he was like, if you put a title at the top of your video, I'll watch it. So now I'm like, 6 a.m, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I'll watch that now.
Yeah.
But it's true though, like when you get like these brands reach out or whatever, then people go like, oh, how'd you do that? I'm like, we've just spent 8 years doing content. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
you know
being
what I mean? It's
yourself.
cringy for 8 years and then no, it's not.
Yeah.
That's it.
When like stuff like that starts happening and people think, like, I constantly like question myself and I go, oh, should I be doing this? Should I be saying that? Like, well, that wasn't very professional that I did that or I said that.
I get
Because I'm
that.
not very, I am professional. I'm professional in the gym, but I'm also very approachable, I think, and like stupid and very, very silly. But I put that online as well and I think, oh, what if Lululemon's watching? Well, they obviously
That's
don't
what
care.
makes people like
Just
you, though.
leave.
Yeah.
You put
You'd be
out
surprised
people-
about the people that are watching without you knowing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it.
It's mad, isn't it? You're always being watched.
Always being watched, but again, just keep doing what you're doing.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
That's
Keep it real.
Well, again, we thought we didn't have nothing to say. And,
Oh, smashed
So
it.
talking about keeping it real,
Yeah.
I've got a question to ask.
oh my God.
Oh God.
How many
Oh, it's just so...
How many farts in a day do you do approximately?
I've been thinking about this all the last hour.
I think it's a bit mad if you...
Is it consumed?
I don't think it's that many, you know.
But really,
Yeah.
one of the girls in the gym, she said
Maybe a
3
few
a
times
day.
an hour. No, a
Mine
few times an
depends.
And
hour, maybe.
I've done 3 just
How many?
sitting here.
I'm currently dieting, so it's a little bit less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if I have
reckon
whey
a few times
protein,
an
I
hour.
can't have that. Then it'll be like.
So
numbers
how
are
many
massive.
are we talking? From the morning to evening?
Well, I'm a
say
gentleman,
60
so
hours.
I'm just gonna say we keep the numbers low.
No, be honest, because I'm going to be honest.
I'm gonna say 60.
Jack, you do 60?
Yeah.
34 an hour.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I don't far for it, bro. What are you
Yeah.
eating?
I have 4 coffees a day, and
No,
I
but
eat
serious,
loads of
for an hour.
You're so
averaging,
shit.
I'm just averaging it out. I'm just.
I was gonna say like maybe 15 a day. I don't know.
I haven't done one in the last like since I've been here. We've been here an hour.
But when
Yeah.
you get in the toilet, not toilet, when you get in your car.
When he gets in the car, he just lets it all out. Being
I
homeless.
haven't got the need for one, so yeah, maybe let's say let's say 40, 50.
That's a high.
Well, see, the girl who was talking about, she said she burps more than she farts. And I was like,
No,
I don't think I burp
I
much.
don't
I don't
burp.
burp.
Well, let's
I
have
don't
a
really
fizzy
burp.
drink or anything.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
I don't burp
on
at
the,
all.
on the go, like.
Yeah.
Sit there.
Go days
Some
without
people
burping,
do
innit?
that thing where they're like,
Yeah.
oh,
I can make
stop
myself
burping.
burp.
I just said, you're
Yeah,
farting
yeah,
coming out the wrong
Yeah,
way.
that's cool, man.
How many times in a day do you fart?
Oh, Chris, no, I couldn't count.
Really? Yeah.
I reckon mine's about
It's
20.
just constant.
I don't recommend.
20.
I don't even think I'm.
I'm like a dog, I go into the corner and do mine.
And then walk away.
Yeah, sometimes I close the office door and the client will come in and I'm like, they go,
And you hot box yourself, yeah?
no,
Hop.
they don't smell.
Oh, no.
Oh, hey,
You
when
don't
all
smell.
girls say that, they don't smell. Listen, everyone's farts smell. I'm not
Listen,
bothered.
Ma-
Let's
no,
put it out there.
no, I
they don't
know
smell
when-
to you.
I-
That's it.
I know when it's gonna. I go in the office and I close the door and then the clients will walk in and I just go, I'm just farting, and they go, oh, okay then, and then they step out and I think I've just got to be
I
honest.
think
with you.
60 was a bit much to be
Now,
honest.
now he's going
Yeah,
back.
they
You
can go
can't backtrack now.
Yeah, I reckon about
No, because they don't just happen. You don't just have one bit. Well, I don't. I just don't have one big one.
You know when you do it though, do you go, oh, just so Mike farts and he goes, I go, have you just farted? And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know you've just farted?
Let's
Did you-
check in. Let's check in with you then after today.
Check in
We've
24 hours.
we've got a fart tally in the gym at the minute. So I was
must
just
be
stood there
interesting.
yesterday and I just thought, I just done 5 farts in like 10 minutes.
Oh, was it your question?
Yeah.
I thought it was M's.
No, I asked Adam, cage
Generally
fighter Adam.
curious, yeah.
I went, how many times? And he just went, well, I just farted then on the bike. And I was like, we just don't talk about this
I'm
sort
going
of
to
stuff.
ask a few people this. I'm wondering how many will answer honestly. Like,
Yeah.
Well, then Beth said she saves her farts till the end of the day.
that's a mad.
Which I
That
think
must
is
not be
weird.
comfortable.
So what about when you need it? Oh, just wait.
She holds
till-
it. You know when you see her go stop, it goes still.
That's mad.
I think right, we just left her in the gym. She's probably on that roller. It's like,
Letting it all out.
Farting away.
Honestly.
Ryan, how many times a day do you fart?
Oh, he's on the spot now.
I thought I haven't got a microphone. Becky will laugh. Becky's my wife, by the way. And I am a dad also. I'd say I probably fart about 5 times before I even leave the bed.
I thought you were saying a day.
Oh yeah, them morning ones are standard though.
Yeah.
Morning ones are
fart in bed?
standard.
You dirty bastard.
So you don't say you don't fart in the bed now.
Come on, you've got to have some respect.
I don't remember.
Nah,
I
I'm
don't
not
remember
having
this morning, me. Never mind.
I do it in the car.
Yesterday. The car's, yeah, the great place to do it, to be fair.
Yeah.
In your safe space, you're all
Yep.
alone.
Yeah. Have you seen that thing? Oh, this is getting really bad now. Sorry. On TikTok, it goes, guess my fart.
oh yeah,
And then-
yeah, the noise of it.
Yeah, they go like, "Ooh," and then they fart, and it's like the same noise. I mean, don't do that with your partner though. It's not nice.
That's a bit mad.
Mike does it to me.
Some madness.
I say that's disgusting. I'm a lady. Vile.
Yeah.
Any questions? Disgusting questions from you? See, not very professional, but there we go.
Yeah. That's
Very
what
well
you
done.
Just wing
You
it.
got any questions?
I actually haven't. You put me on the spot with that one.
Well,
Should be prepared for all
I
scenarios.
should have. No,
You
no.
got right. What do I really want to ask?
I ask you your time, what you was looking
Oh,
for.
Yeah.
That
a
was
good
my
one.
question.
That was a good one.
That was a
I'll
good
hold
one.
it to that. But
Yeah,
That was amazing.
and it's out there
No,
for
have you got
everyone now.
anything? To anyone, to each other, or just
I could chat for days, me, to be
What?
honest. I've got no random questions.
okay? In that case, then I reckon we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Think
you for
we've
having
covered
us.
all-
Thanks, I know. Thanks for having me.
Covered all areas.
Yeah.
Our
We
first guest.
we never know. We never know.
don't know
How
what we're
close, do we?
Yeah, we're like, so goodbye from me,
Yeah.
goodbye from her.
Oh, good, thanks.
Cool. Yeah.
No, thanks for having us on. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
No
Enjoyed
worries.
It's been a pleasure.
I feel like we should have got cups of teas or coffee, shouldn't we?
Until next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can go again.
Come to the gym and come and do a session with us.
I'll definitely come down.
Yeah.
We'll do a hybrid session.
I'll come down.
Definitely.
I'm game whenever. Just tell me time, I'll be there.
Yeah. And it's open to you can fart anytime you want.
Oh,
yeah.
That's even better. I don't have to sneak off to the car.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, fart's welcome
Just for
here.
next time. Yeah.
What a way to close.
No, fart.